This meeting is being recorded.
So, hello participants, good morning. Are you all there? Good morning and very cheerful morning today. You can respond me in the chat box. Then we'll start the session. Let me see who are there and you can give me the reactions also. I'll take 2 to 3 minutes to introduce sir and then we'll start. Yeah, good morning. I hope you can see my screen. Okay. Yeah, we are having Rahul Gupta sir, and he is a co-host. So let me first of all introduce him. Quickly, okay. Yeah, I hope I'm audible, right, everyone? Okay. Thanks for the confirmation. Very warm good morning to you all. Welcome to the ATAL FDP AICTE Training and Learning Faculty Development Program hosted at RK University, Rajkot, Gujarat. Today is the seventh day under the banner of cybersecurity and digital forensics. We had a number of technical things during this 6 days of faculty development program. We gone through the cybersecurity, cyber crimes. We understood the digital forensics. So lots of technical steps that we did. Today is the Sunday and the last day of the webinar series, online webinar series. And we had arranged something for you from the Sahaja Yoga. So AICT Training and Learning Academy and RK University, we are welcoming you, sir. So we are having a distinguished personality from the Sahaja Yoga, Rahul Mohan Gupta, sir. And let me introduce, sir. Rahul Mohan Gupta is a graduate mechanical engineer with a postgraduate management qualification. He has worked in a diverse, reputed businesses over the last 25 years and is currently director operations in a multinational company. Sahaja Yoga has helped Rahul sir shape the personal and professional aspects of his life. He has been honored to conduct numerous workshops on stress management and personality development through Sahaja Yoga in corporate, government organizations, and educational institutes. This include HCL, Rashtriya Rifles, Barclay, Emerson, NSFDC, among others. So again, sir, we are welcome you at the ATAL FDP program. We are welcoming you from the RK University, Rajkot, Gujarat. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Snehalji. It's a ordinary profile, but I'd just like to say that the distinguishing part is that I've been able to practice Sahaja Yoga, and that is really the only distinguishing thing, and that has helped me. So I hope and I pray that it would also be a distinguishing feature for you. I'll briefly switch on my video, but then I'll go on to my presentation so that you can see me sometime. Good morning. So
yeah, good morning, sir.
I'll switch over to my presentation and I'll take you through this. So this presentation will have two parts. We'll go through the theoretical part and then we'll have a short practical session. screen must be visible to everyone now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible. Please go ahead.
So we will talk about Sahaja Yoga today. And you all have heard about yoga, I'm sure. I'll ask a few questions. In case you wish to reply, please do so in the chat. Everybody knows the meaning of Sahaj? So it's a very simple word. It means simple. It also means spontaneous. And it has been given a very elaborate description by the founder of Sahaja Yoga. Sahaj is made up of two words, Saha, which means Saath mein, and Ja means Janma. Just give me a minute, some background noises there. I'll shut this out. So Sah is Saath mein and Ja is Janma. So something that is born within us. And of course, it also means spontaneous. All living processes are spontaneous. If you see the sprouting of a seed, your own heartbeat, the movements of the stars and the planets, they all go on by themselves. Even the doctors say that our nervous system is autonomous, means which runs by itself. But what is auto is still beyond medical science. What is that auto? So the second part of this is yoga. We all now know yoga very well. We are celebrating the International Yoga Day for 8 years or more now. And it comes from the Sanskrit word yuj, means to unite. So we seek to unite our physical, mental, emotional faculties. We have multiple pressures in today's world. Family pressures, social pressures, peer pressure, career pressure, all pull us in different directions. We want to harmonize our faculties to be able to focus and be balanced. And this is possible with yoga. We've all heard about meditation. Of course, it's a buzzword nowadays. Even doctors in their prescriptions sometimes write down that apart from medication, you need meditation as well. So we'll just try to understand this a bit. We all know that the biggest obstacle to our peace inside is a wave of thoughts which keeps continuing. Many of us might be science students, and we know that waves move in sinusoidal form. And this is precisely what happens with us. Some thought may take us to a state of elation. Another might bring us to a state of depression. And these thoughts continue like a radio which cannot be switched off. These thoughts can be from our past or from our future. But between these thoughts is a small gap which we are not able to grasp. This gap is known as the state of thoughtless awareness. So if from the past and the future we could somehow be stationed in the present, then we would be in a state of meditation. We will have a small hypothesis, and we'll see if this hypothesis is proven, then we can accept it. For the time being, we'll just try to understand what this is. When the child is in the mother's womb, about 6 to 8 weeks old, it starts moving, and it's said that the child has come to life. So at that time, what happens? A cosmic energy enters the child inside the mother's womb from the top of the head. This is the top of the head. From here, it enters from the middle and creates the organs in the body, also creates a subtle system about which we will learn in the subsequent slides, and settles down in the base of the spinal cord in a triangular bone, which you can see on the right. This is known as the sacrum bone. This, as you can see, is the sacrum bone. And the Greeks called it sacrum thousands of years back because they understood that this was a sacred bone. And when the child is born, many of us might have noticed, you can see the palpitation of the heart on the top of the head. This is the point from this where this energy entered the child when it was in the mother's womb. And a small child is actually in a state of thoughtless awareness. So small child is actually a stress buster. If you have small children in the house, so all your stress goes away. Because the child himself or herself is in such a balanced state. A child will not think. If it needs something, it may cry or ask for it, but it is not swinging in the past or the future. Sahaja Yoga was founded by Her Holiness Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi. She started Sahaja Yoga in May 1970, and now it is being practiced in over 140 countries across the world, free of cost. We can have money to buy systems, our laptops, our mobiles. We might need money to have the internet, to dress up. But for spontaneous living processes, no money is required. Just like we heard an example of the seed sprouting from Mother Earth. So we don't need to pay any bills to Mother Earth to have that seed sprouted. It is by nature. It's Mother Earth's nature. Similarly, this energy inside us is an individual mother to each one of us. And she's waiting for that moment in our awareness when we will want that self-realization or yoga. So this Sahaja Yoga was taught by Shri Mataji all across the world. She has been felicitated, honored, nominated for Nobel Peace Prize. She was honored by the Petrovska Arts and Science Academy in St. Petersburg, invited to the United Nations conferences, and invited by many other countries. She was born on 21st March 1923 in Chhindwara, which is the center point of India. 21st March, incidentally, is the spring equinox when day and night are exactly 12 hours, and her time of birth was 12 in the daytime. And when she was brought out of her mother's womb, she was spotlessly clean. So she was named Nirmala. Her birth in itself was an event of great balance and significance. As a small child, she used to stay in Mahatma Gandhi's ashram, and later she became a youth leader in the Indian National Freedom Movement. Her parents were also freedom fighters. Her father, Shri P.K. Salve, was later a member of the Constituent Assembly, which framed the Constitution of India. Shri Mataji was married in 1947 to Sir C.P. Srivastava, who was then an ICS officer, now known as the IAS. And he rose from being the secretary to the then Prime Minister, Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri, subsequently chairman of Shipping Corporation of India, and culminating as the Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization. During this time, Shri Mataji in 1970 started Sahaja Yoga and taught Sahaja Yoga to countless people. She traveled on her own And now Sahaja Yoga is not a very strict organization as such. It is something to be learned and practiced in our daily lives. So coming back to the subtle system which we have inside us, which was created by this cosmic power, which is known as the Kundalini, and which resides in our sacrum bone, the triangular bone at the base of the spinal cord. It comprises of 7 energy centers or chakras. Nowadays, also we hear a lot about energy centers, and probably you've seen these images also. And apart from that, there are 3 channels, one on the left, one on the right, and one in the center. So we'll briefly go through these qualities of these chakras and channels. The first chakra is the Mooladhara chakra, which corresponds physically to the pelvic plexus. Incidentally, Sahaja Yoga has also been researched a lot by doctors and scientists. So this is a medical correlation which we are presenting, which was told by Shri Mataji and subsequently researched by doctors. So Mooladhara corresponds to a pelvic plexus. And it means that it looks after all our excretory functions, reproductive organs. Most importantly, the Mooladhara chakra, which you see in red color here at the base, is the center of our innocence, which also gives us wisdom. And this innocence is a very basic human quality and very important quality, because if you see on this basis, because the name is Mooladhara, Moola Adhar, on this basis, the whole system is resting, including the sacrum bone. And it's no surprise that innocence has been worshipped in our country. अबोधिता की पूजा की जाती है हमारे देश में, बच्चे को, छोटे बच्चे को भगवान का स्वरूप कहते हैं. There's a reason for that, because of this great quality of innocence. And this triangular bone is resting on the Mooladhara chakra, which has the Kundalini, our individual mother. Above that are 6 more chakras. The one in yellow color, which you can make out, is the Swadhisthana, which corresponds to the aortic plexus, gives us qualities of creativity, originality, pure attention, pure knowledge. It has physical functions also. It looks after the liver, spleen, pancreas. It supplies gray cells to our brain for thinking. When we think too much, then the other organs could get neglected, and as a result, we may develop problems like diabetes, high blood pressure. So all these diseases that come inside us are a result of imbalance in these chakras. For example, if we have imbalance in our Mooladhara, then diseases related to the lower organs can develop. Similarly for Swadhisthana, so liver, spleen, and pancreas, other related organs may get some diseases. The third chakra is the Nabhi in green color. It looks after our digestive system, corresponds to the solar or the celiac plexus. Gives us qualities of generosity, satisfaction, and also dharma, which means sense of righteousness, not outwardly which religion we belong to. We may all belong to different religions. That does not make us higher or lesser. But how much of this understanding we have from inside is a human quality. Animals may not have that quality, but human beings are supposed to be the most evolved species. So we have this quality of what is right and wrong. We may, in our freedom, choose not to follow that. We have been given that freedom also. So around this, if you see around this Nabhi chakra is a circular area, which is known as the void or the Bhav Sagara, which gets filled up when the Kundalini rises, and is the principle of self-mastery or the Guru Tattva within us. The fourth center is the Anahat or the heart chakra, corresponding to the cardiac plexus, looks after all the functions of the heart, produces antibodies in small children. So if childhood is insecure, the immunity becomes low. as we grow up. But this all can be corrected by the rising of the Kundalini, which actually nourishes the chakras when it rises. The fifth chakra is the Vishuddhi, which is like the ENT department of the body. It looks after ear, nose, throat, teeth, tongue, shoulders, and arms. All communication skills come from the Vishuddhi. Self-confidence comes from Anahat, and communication comes from Vishuddhi. So all management qualities also come from these chakras. Any imbalance, if we feel guilty too much or if we aggress others too much, both are imbalances. They can cause problems with the Shuddhi. Tobacco, use of tobacco can also cause problems. But we don't need to worry about what we are doing right now. What is important is that once we get our self-realization, whatever is negative or not good for us will automatically leave us. And whatever is positive will be able to embrace effortlessly. Moving further, we have the Agya chakra on the forehead, which corresponds to the optic chiasma, which is the center of forgiveness. It is here that these left and right channels cross. The left crosses to the right and the right crosses to the left, forming two institutions, ego and superego. And medical science also, if you recall, we might have heard that the right brain controls the left side of the body and the left brain controls the right side of the body. And once we are able to forgive, then this chakra opens and the energy is able to rise beyond this on the Sahasrara or the limbic area. It is from this place that the energy came in, and it was a soft bone when we were small children and we could see the palpitation. And when this Kundalini reaches the Sahasrara, it gives us a state of peace, thoughtless awareness, which we also call the Nirvichara Samadhi. It manifests in the form of cool breeze from our hands and from the top of the head. It is known as Salilam. It was called Salilam by Adi Shankaracharya. It was called by different names in different religions, different scriptures. All cultures of the world have acknowledged the presence of this energy. For example, in Islam, this energy is called as the Asas. In Christianity, it is called as the Holy Ghost. So we basically have to understand that as human beings, our existence transcends all man-made barriers, and we are beautiful creations of the Almighty, which we may choose to call by different names, but the essence is the same. So I'll just pause a minute, and in case any of us have any questions till now, you may please ask.
Yes, participants, if you are having any queries or if you want to ask something about these chakras, you can ask. Sir, what is the relation with this chakra, with this Saregama Pada Nisa?
Interesting. I forgot about this. I put this in the slide for another session, which was on music. Actually, if you see, just like we have 7 chakras, we have 7 notes, and each of these notes correspond to the chakras. For example, Sa is the Mooladhara. So all music starts from Sa. Then Re, Swadhisthana, Ga, Nabhi. This is correspondence. Ma is Anahat, Pa, Vishuddhi, Dha, Agya, Ni, Sahasrara. Actually, basic music, which is also classical music, is a divine creation. And this music also takes us into meditation. So we have lots of music nowadays, of course, and most of the music that is created may be disturbing because the creator wants to take our attention, but classical music somehow has this quality that it soothes our energy centers and it creates conditions which helps our energy to rise. So the music is actually divine, and these notes correspond to these 7 chakras.
Okay, sir. And I can see in the left hand, there are some numbers on the finger and thumb. I think it correlates with chakra.
Exactly. So our chakras have nerve endings in our hands. For example, the Mooladhara chakra has the nerve ending at the base of the palm. Just like we have the heel on the foot, that corresponding part on the hand has the nerve ending of the Mooladhara chakra. Swadhisthana has nerve ending on the thumb. Nabi has nerve ending on the middle finger, and so on. So all these chakras have their nerve ending. So if we have any imbalance in our chakras, it manifests as a tingling or a warm sensation on our fingertips. So we are able to decode ourselves the problem or the imbalance inside us, and then through meditation we can resolve it. So we become our own doctors.
True, true, right. Okay, sir.
Should we move on?
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
I just saw one.
Good to go.
When a spiritual guru becomes one with the God doing meditation, that their seventh chakra has opened up. I will just allow this to be answered by the remaining part of the session. There's one query on the chat or a comment on the chat. So I'll allow this to be answered by the remaining part. All right. So we'll just have a small graphic which shows how this Kundalini rises. So you can see it is rising from the sacrum bone towards Sahasrara. Now we have a small protocol for self-realization, and we can first understand this protocol and then try to follow it. So I will request all the participants, please be seated comfortably. If you're on a chair, well and good, just keep both your feet separately on the ground. If you're on a bed or on the floor, you can sit cross-legged. No special posture is required. No special asana is required. Just simple sukhasana. Just simple cross-legged asana. No special asana is required. So, but keep your backs reasonably straight. No strain, but your back should be straight. So I'll just allow 1 minute for everyone to settle down, and then we'll move on. So we have to keep both our palms in the lap, open. Our left hand corresponds to the left side. Actually, I had to tell you a little more about this. The left side is our channel of desire. It also corresponds to our past. So all desires come from the left. And the right channel is the channel of action. So any desire that we make has to be complemented with action. If we keep only desiring and are unable to act, then we could go in a state of depression. Or if we act too much and we don't have enough time for desires, then we could go in a state of hypertension. So there has to be balance between the two. So the left hand corresponds to desire, the right hand corresponds to action. This basic thing we'll just understand. During the protocol, our left hand will stay in the lap, like you can see in this picture. And we will take our right hand to our different chakras. We have small affirmations or prayers on these chakras. And with our own hands, we will clear the path for our Kundalini to rise. So we'll watch how to do it. Let's keep our left hand on the lap and the right hand on the heart, left side of the heart, as you can see in this figure. And where you have to ask a question, Mother, am I the spirit? या माँ, क्या मैं आत्मा हूँ? आप जिस भाषा में चाहें ये सवाल पूछ सकते हैं, क्योंकि जो माँ है वो बच्चे की हर भाषा को समझती है. Then we take this hand little down on the left side only, upper part of the stomach or the abdomen. And here we ask the second question. Mother, am I my own master? माँ, क्या मैं स्वयं का या स्वयं की गुरु हूँ? Please move further down. Take your hand on the lower part of the stomach where the leg and the torso join. This is the Swadhisthana chakra, the center of pure knowledge. So here, in our own freedom, we have to ask, Mother, please give me pure knowledge. 6 times. This chakra actually has 6 subplexuses or petals. So we ask 6 times. Then we bring our hand back to the upper part of the stomach and affirm this pure knowledge that Mother, I am my own master, or I am my own माँ, मैं स्वयं का गुरु हूँ, स्वयं की गुरु हूँ. When we move our hand to the heart, and here we affirm, Mother, I am the pure spirit. माँ, मैं शुद्ध आत्मा हूँ. 12 times. Then we take this hand further up on the left side. Right hand is moving on the left side, on the neck and shoulder joint. As you can see in the picture, let your neck move to the right so it becomes easier to place your hand. And our fingers should reach the spinal cord. This is the Vishuddhi chakra. Here we affirm, Mother, I am not guilty. It is important to free ourselves of any guilt. Then we move our hand further up on the forehead. Now we take our forehead, complete forehead, and press it from both sides and bow down slightly. This is the Agya chakra, or the center of forgiveness. Here we have to forgive everyone without thinking about any particular person, and also our own selves, so that we don't carry any load or headache with us. Then we move this hand to the back of our head. Let the head fall back on the hand and ask for forgiveness from the Almighty. Just once. And finally, we have to stretch our palm completely. Keep it outstretched. खूब तान लें अपनी हथेली को. और जो हथेली का बीच का हिस्सा है उसको सिर के ऊपर ले आएंगे, जहां बचपन में मुलायम हड्डी थी. Please stretch your palm and keep the center of your palm on the top of the head, which was a soft bone when we were small children. Keep your fingers outstretched, ungliyan tani rahe, and very slowly pressing your scalp, move the scalp with the pressure of your hand in a clockwise manner 7 times. हथेली के जोर से अपने सिर की त्वचा को 7 बार घुमाएंगे, जैसे घड़ी की सुइयां घूमती है, clockwise. And here we have to ask for our self-realization 7 times, moving it 7 times. So this is the protocol which we'll follow. Snehal, how much time do we have?
Sir, you can extend whatever you want. I mean, as per your.
All right.
We decided 9 to 10,
Yes.
but you can go ahead, no problem.
So we should be able to finish by 10.
Yes, yes.
Maybe 5-7 minutes here and there.
Sure, sir.
So I'm requesting all the participants to be comfortably seated, either in cross-legged position, no special asanas, or if you're sitting on a chair or a sofa, you let both your feet be on the ground. Please don't cross in that case. Hands open. Again, no mudras are required. and we will try to follow the protocol. We'll see if it's, I'll just take a minute and see if it's possible to have a short video, about 20 minutes, where Shri Mataji herself will take us through this protocol.
First of all, you all have to forgive yourself. प्रसन्न चित्त होके बैठे, प्रसन्न चित्त। पहले तो खुद को माफ कर दीजिए। Also forgive others. और सबको माफ कर दीजिए, पूरे दिल से माफ कर दीजिए एक बार सबको। हिंदू मुसलमान को कर दे, मुसलमान हिंदू को कर दे, सिख मुसलमानों का कर दे और मुसलमान फिर सिखों को कर दे। इस तरह से सब एक दूसरों को माफ कर दो, पहले खत्म करो झगड़े, सबको माफ करो। Forgive everyone. एक भाई दूसरे से नाराज है, ये सब हो नहीं सकता। सब नाराजगी छोड़ दीजिए, आप माफ कर दीजिए। Though it is a myth, whom do we forgive? And what do we do? Nothing. It's a myth. When we say I forgive means what? And when I don't forgive also what? Nothing is a myth. But if you don't forgive, then you are a heavy person. I can't get your kundalini all right. So you better forgive it. It's just a myth. ये तो झूठ है कि हम किसी को माफ नहीं करते या करते कुछ भी नहीं, यूं ही कह दिया माफ कर दिया। मैंने किया क्या? तुमने कुछ भी नहीं किया। लेकिन एक बात है, जब आप दूसरों को माफ नहीं करते तो आप गलत लोगों के इशारों पे खेल रहे हैं, इसलिए माफ कर दीजिए। खुद को माफ करिए, दूसरों को माफ कर दीजिए। थोड़ी देर के लिए सही कह दीजिए कि मैंने माफ कर दिया सब। अब ठीक है। अब एक विनती है कि पैर के जूते अगर हटा ले तो ये जो माँ है ना, ये बड़ी मदद करे। प्लीज रिमूव योर शूज इफ पॉसिबल, बिकॉज दिस मदर अर्थ इज वेरी काइंड टू अस। वो सारी हमारी परेशानी आज तक उठाती है, ये और थोड़ी बहुत खींच लेगी। अच्छा, मैं आपको ये सिखाऊंगी कि आप अपनी कुंडलिनी कैसे जागृत कर सकते हैं। आई विल टेल यू हाउ टू रेज योर ओन कुंडलिनी। वेरी सिंपल थिंग इट इज, यू विल डू इट योरसेल्फ। आप लेफ्ट हैंड जो है उसको मेरे और करें। पुट योर लेफ्ट हैंड टुवर्ड्स मी। दिस इज द हैंड दैट रिप्रेजेंट्स your desire for realization, because left hand represents the power of desire. But Kundalini is the pure desire. And the right hand is the power of action, which is absolutely heavy in Delhi. Too much action. Too much action without any results. Please put your left hand towards me and right hand to be used for the action, for just removing the hurdles for the Kundalini to rise. Kundalini will rise spontaneously, but if there is any hurdle, you can remove it very easily with your own hands, with your right hand. अपने राइट हैंड से क्रिया करनी होगी और लेफ्ट हैंड से इच्छा करनी होगी. राइट हैंड को इसलिए इस्तेमाल करना है कि बीच में अगर कोई बाधाएं आ जाए जबकि कुंडलिनी चढ़े तो उसे हम हटाते चले, जिसलिए कि कुंडलिनी का जो चढ़ना है जो सहज ही है, लेकिन उसको मदद हो जाए. सबसे पहले हम आपसे कहेंगे, बाद में जब आंख बंद करेंगे तब, कि अपना राइट हैंड आप हार्ट पे रख लें. यहाँ पर हार्ट है, लेफ्ट में है. लेफ्ट हैंड हमारे और करें, राइट हैंड यहाँ रखें. प्लीज पुट योर लेफ्ट हैंड टुवर्ड्स मी एंड राइट हैंड ऑन योर हार्ट. दिस इज द हार्ट. Here resides the spirit. Then you have to put your right hand on the upper portion of the abdomen on the left hand side. The whole work is on the left hand side. इसके बाद अपना right hand जो है वो आप अपने लेफ्ट साइड में पेट के ऊपरी हिस्से में रखिए. सारा काम हम लेफ्ट साइड में करेंगे. उसके बाद यही राइट हैंड आप नीचे पेट में नीचे की और लेफ्ट हैंड पे रखें. ये चक्र जो है ये शुद्ध विद्या का है, प्योर नॉलेज का है. दिस इज द सेंटर ऑफ प्योर नॉलेज इन द लोअर पार्ट ऑफ योर एब्डोमेन. Pure knowledge is worked out through this center. Then we raise our hand again on the upper portion of the abdomen. फिर से ऊपरी हिस्से में हम ले आते हैं पेट के लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में. दिस इज द सेंटर ऑफ योर मास्टरी. ये गुरुओं ने बनाया हुआ हमारा सेंटर है. जो बड़े बड़े गुरु हो गए संसार में, उन्होंने ये सेंटर हमारे लिए बनाया हुआ है. उसको जागरूक करना है और वो चाहते हैं कि तुम लोग अपने गुरु बन जाओ उनके आशीर्वाद से. ऑल दीज ग्रेट सेंट्स वांट अस टू बी द सेंट्स, टू बी द मास्टर्स थ्रू देयर ग्रेस. उसके बाद फिर से हाथ हृदय पे जाएगा लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में जहां पर कि आत्मा का वास है. प्लीज रेज योर राइट हैंड टू योर हार्ट अगेन वेयर resides the spirit. Then raise your right hand on the left hand side of your neck. This is very important. Most of you are catching this today. See, my sari has become wet with your catches. It's such heat emitting from here. You turn your head to the right like this. Now this is the center that catches very much because we feel guilty for nothing at all. सारे खून माफ है. Don't feel guilty. You are not guilty. Who has told you you are guilty? Why do you judge yourself? God doesn't think you are guilty. So don't think you are guilty for anything whatsoever. Just turn your head and with full confidence you have to say, I am not guilty. Now raise this hand across your forehead. सर को उठा, सर के ऊपर माथे पर इसको आड़ा आप पकड़ें और जोर से दबाएं जिस प्रकार हम सर दर्द में दबाते हैं. Please press it on both the sides. Now put the hand on the back. This is आज्ञा चक्र की दो खिड़कियां. Back side of the head and push back your head. This is आज्ञा चक्र. Now you stretch your hand. हाथ को आप पूरी तरह से तनाव दें. और ये जो बीच का हिस्सा है, हथेली के जो बीच का हिस्सा है, इसे बराबर अपने ब्रह्मरंध्र पे रखें, तालु भाग में रखें. प्लीज कीप दिस पोर्शन on the top of your head in the fontanelle bone area where it was a soft bone when you were a child. Now press it hard please, and move it slowly 7 times. Pressing hard the scalp slowly 7 times. That's all. Nothing much is to be done. All right. 7 मर्तबा दबा करके जोर से क्लॉकवाइज, घड़ी के जैसे, घड़ी के कांटे जैसे घूमते उस दिशा में घुमा करके और छोड़ दीजिए, बस, इससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं. आंख बंद कर लें. प्लीज क्लोज योर आईज. यू आर नॉट टू ओपन योर आईज एज लॉन्ग एज आई टेल, क्योंकि आपका चित्त अंदर जाना चाहिए, आंख से चित्त बाहर आ जाता है. Because your attention is sucked in, so please keep your eyes shut. There is no mesmerism for eyes to be opened. So please keep your eyes shut. Now, put your left hand towards me and both the feet on the Mother Earth, separated from each other. If you are wearing your spectacles, you can take it out. There's no need because eyes might improve. आँखों में अगर चश्मा वगैरह हो तो हटा लीजिए, क्योंकि आँख की दृष्टि भी अच्छी हो सकती है. आँख बंद रखिएगा जब तक मैं न कहूँ कृपया आँख न खोलिएगा. अपने पे विश्वास रखें. हैव फेथ इन योरसेल्फ. दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ प्लीज कीप योर लेफ्ट हैंड लाइक दिस, राइट हैंड ऑन योर हार्ट. Right hand on your heart. There is no need to show anything outward. बाहर कुछ दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं कि कोई हंस रहे हैं, कि कोई कूद रहे हैं, कोई करने की जरूरत नहीं. There's no need to jump or do anything of the kind. Just sit down with your dignity, straight, without any strain on your body. Now don't think of your illnesses or anything, just now forget about it. Once you get your realization, you can get everything corrected automatically. Now, please put your right hand on your heart. Right hand on your हृदय पे रखें, दिल पर रखें. यहाँ पे श्री आत्माराम बसते हैं. आंखें बंद कर लें. Please close your eyes. Please ask me the fundamental question. Mother, am I the spirit? मुझे मूलभूत प्रश्न पूछे. माँ, क्या मैं आत्मा हूँ? 3 बार पूछे, 3 times. From your heart. Mother, am I the spirit? अगर आप श्री माता जी कह सकते हैं तो श्री माता जी कहिए, नहीं तो मदर कहिए. Am I the spirit? Ask the question. Because you are like a computer. The answer comes. You are not this body. You are not this mind. You are not this ego. You are not your conditioning. You are the spirit. Now keep your eyes shut, both the legs apart from each other. Sit straight and bring down your right hand on the left hand side of the stomach, on the upper part. सीधे बैठिए, दोनों पांव अलग करके बैठिए और ये अपना राइट हैंड पेट के ऊपरी हिस्से में लेफ्ट साइड में ले आइए, वहां दबाइए. ये गुरु का तत्व है. दिस इज द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ द गुरु. इफ यू आर द स्पिरिट, you are also your master. So please ask me a question, another fundamental one. Mother, am I my own master? Am I my own guide? दूसरा मूलभूत प्रश्न यहाँ पूछिए गुरु तत्व पर. माँ, क्या मैं स्वयं का गुरु हूँ? प्रश्न पूछिए. ये भी प्रश्न 3 बार, प्लीज आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन 3 टाइम्स। अब अपना हाथ इस गुरु तत्व पे रखने के बाद आप अपना हाथ पेट के नीचे के हिस्से में रखें, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में। नाउ प्लीज पुट योर right hand on the left hand side in the lower part, lower region of your abdomen. Press it hard, दबाइए। ये चक्र शुद्ध विद्या है, उसे चलाने वाला है। This is the center of pure knowledge. Now, I cannot force you to do things. I respect your freedom. So, you have to ask that you want pure knowledge. I cannot force it on you. आप पे मैं कोई ज़बरदस्ती नहीं कर सकती हूँ, मैं आपके स्वतंत्रता का आदर करती हूँ, इसलिए आप कृपया खुद कहें कि आपको शुद्ध विद्या चाहिए, नहीं तो मैं आप पे ज़बरदस्ती कतई नहीं कर सकती। इसलिए पूरे दिल से 6 मर्तबा कहें, इस चक्र में 6 पंखुड़ियाँ हैं, माँ मुझे आप शुद्ध विद्या दीजिए। For that you have to ask yourself, Mother, may I please have the true knowledge, the pure knowledge. You have to ask yourself. I cannot force on you. जब पूरी ही स्वतंत्रता देनी है तो ये छोटी सी स्वतंत्रता को तो हमें मानना ही पड़ेगा। छह मर्तबा कहिए, 6 times please, because there are 6 petals to this center. Okay. With this asking, the Kundalini rises. Starts moving, it gets awakened. ये कहते ही आपकी कुंडलिनी का जागरण शुरू हो जाता है। अब कुंडलिनी की मदद के लिए आप ऊपर की तरफ चलिए। Just to help the Kundalini to go further, you have to move your hand upwards. Put your right hand on the left hand side of your abdomen in the upper part. अपना right hand आप पेट के ऊपरी हिस्से में लेफ्ट साइड में पकड़िए और दबाइए, और दबा करके यहाँ पर गुरु तत्व में आप कहिए पूर्ण आत्मविश्वास के साथ, कुंडलिनी की मदद करने के लिए 10 मर्तबा कहिए कि माँ मैं स्वयं का गुरु हूँ। प्लीज पुट योर राइट हैंड इन द अपर पार्ट ऑफ द abdomen on the left hand side and with full confidence to help the kundalini to rise. Please say 10 times with full confidence, Mother, I am my own master. दस मर्तबा कहिए, 10 times. अब raise your hand now to your heart. कृपया अपना हाथ अब अपने हृदय पे रखें. Here resides the spirit. Now you have to say with full confidence the greatest truth of your life, Mother, I am the spirit. Say it 12 times please. फिर से हृदय पे हाथ रख के और 12 मर्तबा कहिए, माँ मैं आत्मा हूँ। ये सबसे बड़ा सत्य आपके जीवन का है। माँ मैं आत्मा हूँ। पूर्ण आत्मविश्वास के साथ कहिए। इसे कुंडलिनी चढ़ेगी। 12 मर्तबा कहिए, 12 मर्तबा। हाँ चल रही है, राइट में बढ़िए कट रही है। अब ये जान लेना चाहिए कि परमात्मा प्यार के सागर है, आनंद के सागर है, लेकिन सबसे अधिक क्षमा के सागर है। इसलिए हम कोई ऐसी गलती नहीं कर सकते जो परमात्मा क्षमा नहीं कर सकते। You realize this one point, that God is the ocean of compassion and love. But above all, He is the ocean of forgiveness. And we cannot do any mistake that He cannot forgive. So now raise your right hand and put it across from the front side in the corner of your neck and your shoulder, and turn your head to the right. इस पूर्ण विश्वास के साथ आप अपना राइट हैंड कंधे पर रखिए, जहाँ पर कंधा और गर्दन में कोण होता है, और जोर से पकड़िए और गर्दन को राइट साइड में मोड़ दीजिए। यहाँ पर पूर्ण विश्वास के साथ फिर आप कहिए कि माँ, मैं कोई दोषी नहीं हूँ, मैंने कोई गलती नहीं की, मैं बिल्कुल दोषी नहीं हूँ। हियर विथ फुल कॉन्फिडेंस से 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Please say 16 times, 16 मर्तबा कहिए। और जिनको शौक है कहने का कि मैं बहुत गिल्टी हूँ, वो कुछ सजा भी भुगत लें, 108 मर्तबा कहिए, अगर आप विश्वास नहीं करते हैं तो। If you don't believe in yourself, then you may as a punishment take over and say 108 times just to punish yourself. I have told you to keep a pleasant attitude towards yourself. प्रसन्न चित्त होइए, प्रसन्न चित्त. Be pleasant towards yourself. You have no business to curse yourself. You have no business to do that. You have no right to do that. Sixteen times. सबसे ज्यादा तो यही चक्र पकड़ रहा है, न जाने कौन सा गिल्ट आप लोगों को खोपड़ी पे बैठा हुआ है। अगर हमारे बातचीत में ऐसे कोई बात आई हो तो उसको भूल जाइए। हम तो दूसरों के लिए कह रहे थे, आपके लिए थोड़ी। आपने तो कोई भी नहीं गलती की, आप तो सब राजा बेटा लोग हैं। You have done no mistakes. I was talking about some other people, not about you. हाँ, अब अपना हाथ जो है अपने माथे पर आड़ा रखिए। Please put your hand on your forehead across and press it on both the sides. दोनों तरफ से दबाइए, जैसे सर में दर्द होता है। यहाँ पर कितनी बार नहीं, लेकिन हृदय से कहें कि माँ, मैंने सबको क्षमा कर दी। Please say here from your heart, how many times is not the point. Mother, I have forgiven everyone, from your heart. How many times? Press it, don't keep it lightly, keep it hard on both the sides, press it. In the center you don't have to, but on the sides press it. Slowly, slowly, and say, Mother, I have forgiven everyone, I forgive everyone. बहुत जरूरी है साहब कहना। राइट हैंड से करिए, लेफ्ट हैंड से नहीं। लेफ्ट हैंड तो हमारी ओर होना चाहिए। अब यही हाथ पीछे की ओर ले जाइए। प्लीज टेक दिस हैंड ऑन द बैक साइड एंड पुश योर हेड ऑन इट। अपना सर उस पे तौल लीजिए ऊपर की ओर। यहाँ पर आप अपने सुविधा के लिए कह सकते हैं कि परमात्मा आप मुझे क्षमा करें, मैंने कोई अगर गलती कर दी हो तो। अपनी सुविधा के लिए, for your own satisfaction, you may say here, Oh Lord, please forgive me if I have done any mistakes. For your own satisfaction. Push back your head, push back your head, push back. Weigh it on your hand. Weigh it on your hand. Now say it. पूर्ण हृदय से कहें। With complete sincerity from your heart, please say that, Oh Lord, please forgive me if I have done anything wrong. But don't feel guilty. उसके आप अपनी गलतियां और पाप मत गिनते बैठिए। हाँ, अब इस हाथ को स्ट्रेच कर लीजिए। प्लीज स्ट्रेच योर हैंड, राइट हैंड। लेफ्ट हैंड हमारे और, प्लीज पुट योर लेफ्ट हैंड टुवर्ड्स मी, राइट हैंड स्ट्रेच इट इसको तान लीजिए, इस हाथ को तान कर इसका बराबर बीचला हिस्सा जो है सर के ऊपर में ब्रह्मरंध्र पर जहाँ पे कि आपका तालु भाग था, इसको दबा के पकड़िए और उंगलियां तान दीजिए और इसको धीरे धीरे घुमाइए 7 मर्तबा घड़ी के कांटे जैसे। स्ट्रेच द हैंड, पुट द सेंटर ऑफ इट on top of the fontanelle bone area where you had a soft bone as a child. Press it hard and move it in a clockwise manner slowly. And now here again, I cannot take your freedom. You have to ask for your self-realization. यहाँ फिर मैं आपकी स्वतंत्रता के आदर में ये कहूँगी कि आपको कहना होगा कि माँ मुझे आत्म साक्षात्कार चाहिए. So please say, Mother, may I have self-realization? और मदर प्लीज गिव मी सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन. माँ हमें आप आत्म साक्षात्कार दीजिए. आप अगर कहेंगे नहीं तो मैं ज़बरदस्ती नहीं कर सकती. आई कैन नॉट फोर्स ऑन, जस्ट आस्क फॉर इट. सात मरतबा, 7 times. 7 times प्लीज मूव इट एंड से इट. Now, please take down your hand. Slowly. Open your eyes slowly. Now watch me without thinking. Let's see if you can do it. Without thinking, can you watch me? बगैर सोचे आप मेरी ओर देखिए, निर्विचारिता में. निर्विचारिता में आप मेरी ओर देखिए. आंख धीरे से खोल लीजिए. अब लेफ्ट हैंड अपने सर पे रखें, जहाँ पर कि ब्रह्मरंध्र है, यहाँ पर रखें और देखिए कि कोई ठंडी हवा आ रही. प्लीज सी इफ देयर इज अ कूल ब्रीज कमिंग. पुट योर लेफ्ट हैंड, नॉट द राइट हैंड, द लेफ्ट हैंड. नाउ द राइट हैंड इज टुवर्ड्स मी. पुट इट लिटिल अबव, सर के ऊपर. कोई 2-3 इंच, किसी किसी का तो 11 इंच में निकलता है. देखिए कुछ ठंडक सी आ रही है. सर में से किसी किसी का गर्मी आएगी, फिर ठंडक आना शुरू हो जाएगी. अब लेफ्ट हैंड मेरी ओर करें और राइट हैंड से देखें. मेरी ओर देखते रहे निर्विचार में. देखिए यहाँ ठंडा ठंडा आ रहा है. इज देयर अ कूल ब्रीज कमिंग आउट ऑफ योर ओन हेड? जस्ट सी इट इज कमिंग. कूल ब्रीज इज कमिंग आउट ऑफ योर हेड. यू कैन बेंड योर हेड एंड सी. सर को जरा झुका के देख लें. देखिए कि आ रही है ठंडक. Again put your right hand towards me please and see with the left hand. फिर से right hand मेरे और करें, left hand से फिर देखें. कुछ ऊंचा आ रहा है. देखिए ठंडक आ रही है. अब दोनों हाथ ऊपर में आकाश की ओर करके सर पीछे करिए. प्लीज पुट बोथ द हैंड्स टुवर्ड्स द स्काई एंड पुश बैक योर हेड एंड आस्क अ क्वेश्चन. सवाल करिए कि माँ क्या यही ब्रह्म शक्ति है, यही वो निर्गुण है जिसकी बात की गई है, यही वो निराकार है? 3 बार प्रश्न करें. प्लीज आस्क द क्वेश्चन, मदर, इज दिस द कूल ब्रीज ऑफ द होली गोस्ट? इज दिस द ऑल परवेडिंग पावर ऑफ गॉड्स लव? आस्क द क्वेश्चन 3 times please. Now put down your hands please. Now put your hands towards me. See if you are feeling the cool breeze. You'll feel absolutely relaxed. There's no thought in your mind and you are feeling a cool breeze in your hand. Now what happens, people get realization, they go away, and when I come back, then come and see. And in between they have some diseases. I want you to grow because you are not going to remain like a small little seed and die like a small little seed. मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप एक छोटा सा बीज न रहते हुए बड़ा वृक्ष हो जाए. बहुत से लोग हैं मेरे प्रोग्राम में आएंगे, पार होने के बाद हो गए दर्शन, अब चलो, ये बात नहीं। पार होने के बाद जमना पड़ेगा, अपने वृक्ष बनाने पड़ेंगे। हजारों के तादाद में जब ये वृक्ष बनेंगे तभी तो ना ये संसार ठीक हो सकता है। इसकी पूरी व्यवस्था की गई है, सारा इंतजाम है, सिर्फ आप आइए। इट्स ऑल ऑर्गेनाइज्ड, it's for you to come and to know about. Of course, we don't take money, so we don't have a sort of a huge, big ashram sort of a place to receive you, but it's a humble place. You should come and see for yourself. A day may come when we may have something bigger than that. Heart is big. Please come, all of you, and learn and study and become masters. And you can give realization to thousands. Now, what is this cool breeze? What you have felt? You have to know what is this power. Supposing if you have some foreign money and you don't know what this is worth, what's the use? You must spend it. Once a week, if you don't mind, please try to come. Then you will be all the time in meditative mood and completely established in your own powers. But know what powers you have. Know what you are. Know your glory. You don't know it, so. All this is for you. आप सबके लिए माँ का प्यार हर समय इंतज़ार करता रहेगा। आशा है आप लोग मुझे निराश नहीं करेंगे।
Please keep your palms open, and whatever you felt, you may post in the chat.
Yeah, participants, you can write in the chat box. That was wonderful activity.
I'm sure many of us must be feeling relaxed and thoughtless.
Right.
I'll just take a couple of minutes more. So
Sure.
we felt Sahaja Yoga, we got a self-realization today. Most of us must have felt it. We now have to continue to meditate twice a day, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. So for that, we have websites, we have meditation centers where we can go once a week, which are mostly on Sundays. We have online meditations also. So because we need to learn, I will be sharing a small introduction booklet with you, sir, and you can then distribute it to the participants. So whoever wants can pursue and move further.
Sure.
And apart from that, if our participants have any more questions, I can also share my email ID and phone number. So we are available to answer any such queries. So we are at the end of our session, and in case there are any questions from the participants, we are open to queries and questions.
Yeah, participants, if you are having any questions related to this or activities or related to meditations from the Sahaja Yoga programs, you can ask him. Yes. Anybody? So did you receive any questions in your private chat?
No, not yet. Looks like everyone is enjoying the state of thoughtlessness. So it's good. All questions have to actually go away when we are enjoying our state.
Yes, yes.
So anyway, later also, if people have queries, I'll share my contact details and the introduction book with you.
Sure, sir. So meanwhile, I request you, sir, you just start your video. We'll keep the snapshots. I request co-host Manisha to take the snapshot of this for a memorable moment. And from the ATAL FDP. We appreciate your time, sir, because every day it seems like we are very busy. To give such kind of time for this kind of activities, it is really very helpful to us, sir.
Yeah, we appreciate this initiative,
Yeah,
and it's good that people could take out time, and we are sure that it will benefit them.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I request all the participants, if you are having any queries, suggestions, feedback here, you can post it in the chat box. Sir is available. Sir will answer your queries. Yeah, nobody. Okay, so let me summarize this session, sir. We started with the introduction of the meditations awareness, and we came to know about the Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi history. We started with the central nervous system, and you discussed the chakras very well, and that was really interesting part for us, like Maladhara, Swadhisthana, Nabhi, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Agnya, and Sahasrara. And definitely we should work on it. Uh, you discussed about the protocol for the self-realization, and for that 7 activities that we did from the Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, that was really motivating for us, and definitely will keep ये हम हमारे रूटीन लाइफ में हम डेली बेसिस में ये करेंगे. So and definitely in the next time onwards, again we'll invite you for this such kind of the activities. uh, with this, we really thankful to you, sir. You spend a good time on Sunday. We appreciate your times. We are very thankful to you from the ATAL Academy, AICT Training and Learning Program, for their faculty development program, and RK University is thanking to you, sir. Thank you so much for this. If any message, please go ahead with this, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you all the participants. With this, we are concluding our session. If you are having any further queries or questions, please contact me. Sir will share the documents. I'll forward those documents to you. If you are having any suggestions or feedback for this session, you can post it. With this, we are concluding this session. Thank you so much, Rahul sir. Thank you so much. Yeah.